Hello, listeners. This is Trina Jaye with Writer's Cramp of My Pajamas Show. For those of you who are out there listening, please feel free to call in. Our call-in number is 347-945-5519. And if you want any questions answered by the authors that we are interviewing today, please feel free to call in. Our next author, who I'm going to present to you, his name is Bazhe. Bazhe is an author, poet, and artist. He has published poems and short stories in former Yugoslavia and in the United States. As an artist, he has had his artwork exhibited in New York City, Europe, New Jersey, and Ohio. His book of poetry is called Identities, and today we will be discussing his memoir, Damages. And Damages is a true story of Bazhe's fight to overcome the psychological wounds created by his upbringing. So without no further ado, I would like to present to you Bazhe. Bazhe, are you there?
Yes, hi, how are you? Thank you for inviting me to this program.
You are so very welcome. And before we begin, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, Bazhe.
Okay, Bazhe. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you to the first segment of Writer's Cramp. Today is our first segment for Writer's Cramp for In My Pajamas Show. So you are my second author that I am interviewing.
Oh, thank you.
And, you're welcome. Well, how was your stepmother's response when she found out?
Oh, you mean the adoptive mother? She wasn't my stepmother.
Yes, I'm sorry. Your adoptive mother.
I always call her my mother, really, because she raised me. So that's the mother.
Well, this was your father's wife, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
But they adopted me, so they are my adopters. They are my real
right.
parents. I mean, I always consider real parents the people who adopted me and raised me. Well, first of all, she denied it, and second of all, she didn't want to hear about it. Why? Because conservative family, prejudiced, biased.
Right.
And of course, you know what happens to the family who are prejudiced and biased. Deny is easy. It's much easier to deny than make yourself guilty or something, or uncomfortable, right? But life is not bed of roses, so you better confront it in order to heal it. I'm very, very big advocate of confrontation about everything with
yeah.
I think when the children have problems, when they confront to a parent who is a nice parent, who can listen and understand, will be great for the child. Excellent for the child, because who can heal the child better than a parent?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it can be harder for a child when they are afraid of that parent, or the parent is not as open and inviting for them to discuss it, and fear is instilled in the child, and that can be very difficult at times. But I totally do agree, a child should be able to approach their parents and discuss these type of things, and do it without having fear of their parent. Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem was that my father was so authoritarian and so despotic and controlling person, was very difficult to face that. To actually to tell him this or to face my problem to him. I understand that obstacle, but the whole point of writing my book is that to show what I did. So maybe, hopefully, some child there or young adult, which I actually met, they told me that they actually had big courage now after reading my book to do what I did, facing it, because I advocate that. And when I did it when I was around 18 to my father, they were furious. And I said, "You are furious? I should be the furious one."
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was tough, so, I had enough. I said, "Okay, that's it. This is it. I'm facing it. I'm moving on."
I understand. Enough is enough, right?
Enough is enough. Like the song of Barbara Streisand and Donna Summer. Remember that one? Enough is enough?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. One of my favorite songs, too.
Well, I really do commend you for putting your life events in your book, because just like you said, it could actually help someone who is going through the same experience, if not similar, because people, I think when they feel I'm not alone, they're more prone to get out of this situation or even possibly discuss the situation. But, books like yours, helps them to realize I'm just not in this alone. Did you ever have that feeling that you were just in this alone?
Yes.
At certain times?
Oh my God, yes. It was so sad and so difficult as well. And then when I wrote it, when I received emails and feedbacks and all these people told me that regardless of their race and sexual orientation, they love it. It was such a big reward, huge reward. And I said, okay, something I did right here. So you can just imagine how beautiful it is when people, strangers, they call you, they email you, they say to me, we loved it. We use some of your advice. We don't agree with something, but it's okay. No, you don't need to agree with everything I say. But in general, they loved it, and that actually motivates me to write more. Yeah, that's the huge motivation for me to keep going. To
keep writing more.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
And you get a lot of responses like that, I'm sure.
I'm fortunate more and more lately. I don't know, the book start taking its course. And especially mothers love my book, and that's great because yes, mothers, women love my book, and that makes me very proud because to tell the story to the mothers very bluntly, like I did, and even mothers who are maybe don't even approve of my lifestyle, they approve of what I did, and that's to me is a big success.
Yeah, I must say I was shocked at the bluntness and the detailed information. I was just, the book was amazing to me. It was awesome. And the descriptions of everything, I felt like, wow, I could actually feel, the events and what you were going through. And, like I said, I just applaud you for writing the book and putting your life, into the book because, it just brings out the awareness,
Thank you.
People aware that this is actually, a problem that occurs in the home, in our household. Exactly. And it occurs, every day.
Every day, and regardless of your social status, whether you are poor or rich, because I was privileged child, so what? I was miserable. Doesn't mean that if you have money, you're happy. And that I prove with my writing, I prove to people is not the money, is the love that matters. And that doesn't really require anything but attention and respect. That's all. And when I wrote it, when I purposely did try to, like you said, go to details because I said, okay, if I write it, I have to write it all. Actually, the editor told me that to even move some parts because they were so harsh on people. And I actually didn't agree, but I had to remove them because it's editor, so you have respect for the editor. And I asked them why, because they said, because people cannot face that. I said, facing the truth is very important. They said, in anything. What do you mean by that? I said, facing the truth is our obligation, especially for our children, to our children and stuff. And I'm so glad that I did it vividly, describe this, because I said, not all is beautiful and wonderful like our promotions and our let's say you see on TV all these commercials. That's not the reality. That's selling.
Exactly.
That's selling. The reality is totally different, and I wanted to portray the reality so I can actually help others, because at the end I survive, and that's success. So if I survive after that hardship, that means I have a very positive message through a very negative experiences that I survive. And that's how you help. Not some people who they do instructional work and you can tell them a mess. They all still mess themselves and they give you instruction. I am proud that I'm not a mess anymore because I overcome them. Overcome those problems, and now I can tell, okay, I can give you now a little advice that will help you.
Wow. And I must say, Bazhe, I have enjoyed this interview with you. Thank you for calling in and giving us the opportunity to interview you on your book, Damages. I have enjoyed it.
Thank you very much for inviting me, and all the best to all of you and to your listeners as well.
You are welcome. And if anyone is interested in getting your book, will they just go to your website, which is www.bazhe.com, Bazhe?
Yes,
Okay.
BAZHE.com, or they can go to Amazon, because on Amazon it is always on sale. Just type BAZHE. That's it.
Okay. Thank you. And I have enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. Me too. Have a great day.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.